Joining us now is Jody Campiche, our Ag Policy Specialist. And Jody, you and the team have been crisscrossing the state with these Farm Bill meetings the past few weeks. What are you hearing most from producers?
I think probably the most important question that I've been asked is, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to read? What do I need to learn? So what I've been recommending is go to attend some of the meetings if you can, attend more than one meeting if you can. Some of the main questions are for the base reallocation and the yield update option. Who makes that decision? And so a lot of producers have been asking that, is it the owner, is it the producer? We go into a lot of detail at the meetings, and also a lot of the information on the FSA website that can be read goes into a lot of detail as well about who makes what decision, as well as the ag risk coverage, ARC, or PLC price loss coverage election. We've had a lot of questions on that too, of who makes the decision if you're in a share rent situation, if you're a cash lease, if you have power of attorney. So there's lots of questions that producers have been asking, and those who have been attending the meetings have really gotten a lot of those questions answered.
Now, in terms of this FSA letter that was sent out, what do you want to tell people about that?
So earlier this summer in July and August, FSA sent out a letter to all producers that the first sheet was an actual letter. The second sheet had some tables showing the base history, the base acreage for each farm, and then the planted acreage history. Also the yield update, the yield that producers will have the opportunity to update, the old yield is actually on that letter. So I've been asking, a lot of people have it or misplaced it or just not quite sure what they did with it. So what I would recommend is going to their local FSA office and just asking to get that information, because it will really help whenever producers go to use the decision tools and to look at whether they want to update yields, whether they want to reallocate base, and choosing ARC versus PLC.
It's sort of your starting blueprint. Does that seem accurate? Now, in terms of the tools that are available, the FSA website is pretty comprehensive for those wanting to start doing their homework.
Yeah, the Oklahoma FSA website, they have a link to the 3 decision tools. There's, of course, the Oklahoma State, Kansas State one. There's also 2 other web-based tools, and there's a link to all of those. There's also a link to just some really helpful information about, what things do producers need to think about? How do you go about making the ARC versus PLC election? And I highly encourage everyone to go there and just start looking at it. There's plenty of time to make the decisions, and I don't encourage anyone to just run out right away and make it, but you want to get a little bit prepared because some of the stuff can be a bit confusing.
Now, in terms of the extension meetings, there's some left the rest of this year, which we are showing on the screen. But it's okay if you need to attend more than one, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've had quite a few producers who've actually attended more than one, and it really helps, by the time you hear it a second time, you really start to kind of understand, okay, this is what they're talking about. We'll also have, going into the first of the year, OSU Extension will be having meetings where we'll bring out computer labs and just really help producers kind of work through some of the decision tools. I know we have a lot of producers who, don't use computers and just aren't really that familiar with it, but OSU Extension will be able to help as long as they bring in some of the information, especially on that FSA letter, and also some of their crop insurance yield history. That'll help a lot as we work through the tools.
So in the meantime, track down those letters.
Yes.
Okay, Jody Campiche, our Ag Policy Specialist, thanks a lot. And for the links to the information Jody mentioned, just go to sunup.okstate.edu.